Okay, we call this thing the Tupperware bucket. A lot of the bolts and miscellaneous parts of the machine are going to be inside this bucket. So look inside the Tupperware for the assembly bolts. Okay, our next thing to assemble is the 4 legs onto the machine. You'll note that there's a number tag connected to each joint. So you simply need to match up the number tags. And then there's going to be a foot that screws into the bottom of each leg. So what we want to do is to assemble the 2 long struts and 2 legs, and then we'll mount those 2 long struts and 2 legs onto one half of the machine, and then mount the other 2 legs and long strut onto the other half of the machine, and then we'll bolt up the short strut. Alright, we want to loose fit the 4 bolts first, make sure that everything lines up correctly, and then once we get the 4 bolts hand tight, then we'll go ahead and tighten them with a wrench. Alright, your 2 legs and your strut should look just like this when you're finished. We have it positioned, matching up the appropriate number stickers to make sure we have it in the right place. What we're going to do is slide it under the machine and finger tight the bolts. Just before we do that, we're going to spray a little bit of rust preventative on the both sides of the metal plate on the top of the leg and underneath the machine. Then we'll slide the legs under the base. Then you can make minor adjustments to the height of the leg without moving the frame by using the adjustment feature of the leg. Later on we'll finish level the machine, but for right now we're just going to move that leg up a little bit to make the space and the protrusion on the bolt a little bit less. So what we're trying to do is to get that leg up nice and close, and then hand tighten the bolts. Four bolts on each corner, and when we get these 4 in hand tight, we'll go to the other set of legs. Alright, so we'll move the second pair of legs underneath the frame. Same process as the first. We'll spray a little bit of rust preventative on the 2 mating surfaces. Slide it under the frame. Line it up. Move it up and down a little using an Allen wrench. Alright, so raise the leg up a little bit and then spray a little bit of rust preventative on your bolt. Put that bolt in. Again, 4 bolts on the corner. Hand tighten those bolts. Perfect. Okay, next we'll fit in the last strut.